Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending our session. My name is Sabina Joseph, and I am the Director of Strategic Industries and Worldwide Public Sector in AWS Training and Certification. One of the favorite things about my job is working with all of you on the diverse set of problems that you are tackling and the unique solutions that you're building for your customers and the world. It is truly inspiring and humbling. Today, I'm here to talk about a common problem that impacts all of us in this room and across reInvent. No matter our industry, our business size, or how long we have been around, it impacts all of us. That is the state of the tech sector as defined by the 5 million cloud jobs that are unfilled globally. As the shift into cloud computing accelerates and the solutions become more comprehensive, the global workforce as a whole has failed to scale up to the cloud. These statistics might seem at odds with what is happening in some industries today as related to the reductions in workforce due to the economic uncertainty. However, we have reason to believe that cloud roles will continue to accelerate despite the macroeconomic headwinds. As per Gartner, spending in public cloud will grow from $490 billion in 2022 to over $1 trillion in 2026. That's a compound annual growth rate of 20% during this duration. Enterprise Strategy Group, in fact, spoke with a number of different organizations, and 75% of these companies indicated that they plan to increase their cloud roles by more than 20% over the next 24 months. When the economy does recover, companies who do address this cloud skills gap will prevail. When organizations lack the cloud skills, they are really constrained in achieving their cloud ambitions. Through 2024, shortages in cloud skills will actually prevent 65% of companies from achieving the full value from their cloud data and automation investments. In fact, by 2026, enterprises that do not address this cloud skill shortage will see their revenue growth constrained by 20%. We need to get ahead of this problem right now. At AWS, we are laser focused on helping you address this problem by helping people develop cloud skills and also build successful careers in the cloud. We're doing this in a number of different ways. However, an example that I'm really proud of is our commitment to helping 29 million people develop cloud skills for free globally by 2025. It's been 2 years since we made this commitment, and since then, we have helped 13 million people develop cloud skills globally for free. This is more than twice the number of people we were able to reach last year, and it puts us well on our path to helping 29 million people globally. It is initiatives like this that really have a profound impact on people's lives, organizations, and communities. The time is now to embark on these strategies that will enable your workforce with cloud skills so you can keep pace with the rapidly evolving cloud. Today, I'm going to share some tangible things that you can do to start addressing this problem right now. Strategies that you can employ based upon the learnings and the successes of organizations that we work with day to day. And these strategies are applicable for both customers and partners. The time is now to get serious about cloud skills with these 4 strategies that will help you ensure your cloud investment and the future of your business. Our first strategy is commit to innovation. By being a customer of AWS, you know innovation in the cloud is important to you. But that commitment falls short if you are not investing in the skills of your workforce. Technology, as we know, of course enables that innovation, but it is the people that make the innovation happen. Cloud migrations require deep expertise, deep cloud expertise in your workforce. And upskilling your employees enables them to think independently and creatively about the cloud solutions that you are building and the challenges that you are working to address. You've already made a significant investment in the cloud, and training your people helps you protect that investment. Earlier this year, Forrester actually conducted a study and spoke with organizations that made an investment in AWS Training and Certification in order to understand what was the economic value to these companies from those investments. They found out that these companies were achieving 100% ROI in less than 6 months and 234% ROI over 3 years. That is 100% ROI in less than 6 months and 234% ROI over 3 years. These companies also indicated that they were actually able to migrate applications 50% faster, many of them being able to build application proof of concepts in 1 week versus 10 weeks. 88% of these companies also saw an increase in cloud innovation. So you might be wondering out in the audience today, how do I get started? Well, since I work at AWS, I recommend you start with data. Organizations can complete a self-assessment tool called the Learning Needs Analysis in order to determine your cloud skills gap. Employees complete a graduated survey, which is then reviewed by our experts, that pinpoints your exact needs. We then work with you together with these results to create a comprehensive and a cost-effective training plan in order to develop the right skills across your organization. Many organizations actually choose to rerun the learning needs analysis, not just for reporting, but also to see how you are progressing against the cloud skills gap. Absa Group is a great example of a company that understands the importance of investing in the skills of their workforce in order to unlock innovation. To learn from Absa's success, I'd like to invite Suran Pillai, Absa's Chief Technology Officer, to share his story.
Thanks, Sabina. So as I was saying, even during this large separation program, we never took our eyes off the goal of becoming a digitally powered bank. But we knew that in an increasingly competitive, complex, and volatile world, we weren't going to be able to be successful just by doing the same things that we would always have done. It was very much a function of reinventing ourselves, reinventing our customer value propositions, and most importantly, embracing modern engineering practices and building the foundations of this organization in something that scales incredibly well. In other words, in cloud. That's when we started to engage and work with the AWS Training and Certification team to essentially build a comprehensive skills and enablement program for the organization. For us, cloud's not really about infrastructure. It's actually a powerful springboard to drive digital transformation. And that's why we chose the investment strategy that we did. Now, our 2 big goals with this were to empower durable teams that are the ones converting concepts into working products in front of our customers. To do that successfully, we needed to reduce the cognitive load of infrastructure and launching next generation products. So we created the Absa Cloud Incubator. In a traditional approach, and some people do this with great success, you create a center of excellence or a factory. You bring your teams in, they drop their apps off on the front of an assembly line with a bit of knowledge transfer, and then the migration is done on behalf of them. They then run around the back of the factory to catch the applications as they come off the assembly line. That's not what we did. For us, incubator was a very meaningful term, because what we were doing was actually moving teams through the incubator, not just their applications. Every migration, every new build, every step we took to our transformative future was really just seen as a learning opportunity. As John Hagel would say, this was very much a game of scaled learning. And over the course of about 18 months, we managed to train about 4,500 staff, 400 of them certified, and a network of 100 cloud champions across the organization was established. Now, at the beginning of our journey, we started with very small, very mature teams, and we focused on highly meaningful investments. But by doing this, we actually managed to scale that capability and innovation to almost the entire organization. Lastly, we knew that we weren't just about delivering things with speed. We knew that we had to do safety and speed. And traditionally, those two things have been seen to trade off against each other. But by investing in the right guardrails, by investing in the right training, we were able to deliver much more in terms of value while making sure that our security and risk were managed. So, you train 4,500 staff, you certify 400. What do you get from that? The first thing is we provided our teams with an environment for fast and agile innovation. Now, if you think about the launch of new or next generation products, generally that is a process of iterative testing and learning. It's about getting customer feedback, actioning that, and releasing the next iteration of your product. Essentially, that is a process of learning. The faster you iterate, the faster you learn from your customer feedback, and the better your products will be. We were able to radically improve the speed at which we iterate. By improving cloud proficiency, what it meant is that our teams didn't necessarily have to spend their time on undifferentiated heavy lifting, building every single building block. Instead, they got to focus on building their solutions and their products, which meant there was more time available to drive the meaningful stuff and business value. Lastly, we launched transformative solutions both externally and internally. That could span all the way from our award-winning digital channels to APIs to new payments platforms, and also down into our corporate functions like finance, risk, and HR. Cumulatively, what this did is accelerate our digital transformation, and it's left us with a modern, modular, platform-based architecture, which is a great springboard for us to move into the future. I'm going to hand back to Sabina.
Thank you, Saran. Our second strategy is create connections. As we all know, connections are created by shared experiences and the process of learning. And when leaders foster a culture of innovation, employees are happier, they are motivated to perform, and also stick around for the long term. People now more than ever are prioritizing opportunities to develop themselves at their workplace. And training programs help them feel connected to their organizations. This year, Enterprise Strategy Group spoke with learners and certification holders who had trained on AWS. And they found out that 84% of these people were able to accelerate cloud migrations, 90% indicated better job satisfaction, and they directly attributed these programs in order to be selected for cloud roles. And 87% indicated that when their employers fund their exams, they're less likely to look for employment elsewhere. Learning experiences enable all of us to feel connected to each other. Traditionally, cloud training has been focused on IT departments, but it is critical that cloud fluency be built top to bottom with the utmost priority. Because we all know the success of cloud migrations depend on how well systems, tools, processes, and applications are all integrated together, and it helps when all employees are speaking that common cloud language and also understanding the capabilities of cloud. It also moves ideas into execution quicker as everybody is empowered to think bigger. In order to catalyze an entire organization for learning, we've observed a few best practices across companies that we partner with. The first one is have an executive sponsor. It is critical that senior leaders lead the way and evangelize the value and expectations of cloud across the company. It's also important that they appoint either an individual or a small team who's held accountable for cloud learning across their company. So that single point of contact and that single point of accountability is critical. Build champions. Identify the people who have already developed subject matter expertise in the cloud and help them become advocates across your company. Seek their input and give them permission to lead. Share knowledge. Invite people to share their knowledge, experiments, their learnings, and even their failures. Create a friendly competition across your organization and encourage people to complete their certifications and their training. And who amongst us doesn't enjoy celebrating the success of others? Recognize the people who have completed their cloud certification successfully. When others observe how much you are investing in the skills of your workforce, it attracts even more talent into the organization. Another best practice is customizing your training program in order to develop the right skills across your organization. One way companies are doing this, especially large organizations, is by using AWS Skills Guild. AWS Skills Guild is a customized workforce development program that helps you build cloud fluency at scale across your organization. AWS Skills Guild actually provides the tools and the knowledge for your employees so that way they can continue to grow in their role, ultimately leading to a community of cloud advocates. UK-based grocer Sainsbury's actually used AWS Skills Guild to create a customized training program across their organization, leading to a culture of learning and new connections. In fact, this resulted in a community of data-focused cloud champions, unifying teams, enabling them to solve challenges, improving decision-making, and also embracing collaboration. This program, in fact, unlocked opportunities for 1,000 employees. It helped them move people from finance, retail stores, and warehouses into cloud-focused roles. In New South Wales, Australia, eHealth is an organization within the Ministry of Health that provides technology services across the public health system. The company needed to migrate 10 applications into AWS, and they developed a program to upskill their workforce, which in fact resulted in over 600 people being skilled in the cloud. This is not just a great example of a successful migration, but rather of an organization that created excitement for cloud learning and resulting in net new connections.
Digital transformation and digital enablement of New South Wales Health. Critical to our success in driving digital transformation of New South Wales Health are the skills and competencies of our staff. eHealth New South Wales Digital Academy is a great example of our strong commitment to workforce development and in particular training and development of our staff.
When we started the Cloud Academy, it was for a specific purpose. It was a training program more than anything else. As we scaled the environment and we had more and more of our staff joining the Academy, we soon realised that it could have more power being more than a training program.
The Digital Academy is a holistic approach to building skills and capabilities. The learning is delivered through a variety of offerings, from short, sharp, 45-second quick reference videos, face-to-face training, be it live or through webinars, through online modules, all the way through to really fun and exciting game days and hackathons, where we bring our people together to compete and solve problems. And I have to say, this is the most exciting part of the Digital Academy, because this is where people really shift the way they think about doing their job, from just technical transactions to solving customer situations with real live solutions.
Our third strategy is develop agility. Agile organizations embrace learning. They put learning first, and their employees adapt and pivot quickly in order to learn about the cloud, so that way they can help their organization. As the world rapidly changes, learners and organizations need flexible, scalable, and localized ways to build knowledge. With the cloud constantly evolving, cloud skills need to be continuously infused into the workflow of your organization, and we need to meet learners where they are, not only on what they need to learn, but how they need to learn it on demand. We launched AWS Skill Builder last year, which gave learners on-demand access to over 500 digital courses with customized learning paths, empowering people to build the right knowledge and skills at their pace, and then also understanding what skills are needed at that moment in time. When every dollar counts, this is a flexible, engaging, and scalable way to learn. But we heard from customers that they were challenged on training at scale with real-world applications, anticipating what skills were needed, and also when those skills were actually being acquired across their organization. So in August this year, we launched AWS Skill Builder subscriptions in order to address this customer challenge head-on. Subscriptions is available for both teams and individuals, and it unlocks a number of cool features. First of its kind, interactive role-based gaming experience, access to over 125 labs, all with unlimited support from the AWS Management Console. Access to official practice exams and prep courses in order to help you prepare for AWS certifications. And administrative features to help you with reporting, and also to help you scale learning across your organization with assigned learning paths. This investment we are making in AWS Skill Builder subscriptions will have a profound impact in the way individuals and organizations infuse learning into their workflow to help them grow their careers and their business. In addition to providing access to on-demand learning, we're also providing different styles of learning for different types of learners, because we all learn in different ways. AWS Jam, which is a gamified event where people can score points by completing a series of challenges. AWS Builder Labs, which provides a live AWS sandbox environment for learners to explore real-world solutions with step-by-step instructions right from the AWS Management Console. and AWS Cloud Quest, which is a role-playing game that helps teams develop practical AWS skills using AWS services. These are some really cool simulation-based ways to learn. But when we observed how learners were embracing AWS Cloud Quest and were benefiting from it, we wanted to do more. Not just because we wanted to provide different styles of learning, but also more applicable and real-world ways to learn. So I'm excited to announce that here at AWS re:Invent, we are launching a brand new learning experience, AWS Industry Quest. AWS Industry Quest delivers training for real-world solutions in specific industries in a game-based learning environment. We have launched the first AWS Industry Quest for financial services, and there is more in the works. A pioneer in providing access to learning for their employees, Cisco is also one of the very first users of AWS Skill Builder subscriptions, and they're seeing great benefit. To learn from Cisco's success, I would like to invite Rana Spiegel, Cisco's Director of Cloud Governance and Operations, to share her story.
Thank you very much, Sabina. So many excellent tools. I just want to play with them all. I haven't played with them all yet. Thank you so much, Sabina. So an integral part of Cisco's DNA is, okay, now I've changed everything. Hold on a second. There we go. So an integral part of Cisco's DNA is our focus on the customer. We deeply get to know our customers' needs, and we provide solutions that help fuel their success and create long-lasting relationships. And we have to evolve our solutions as well to meet the changing needs of our customers. Our commitment to delivering so many of our products in the cloud on AWS supports this customer focus. In order to support our customers at the very highest level, we really need to focus as much on our people. And we do focus on our people, and it really shows. We're one of the largest technology companies in the world, and we're also rated #1 by Fortune as the best place to work across multiple countries. Our focus on our people hinges on our commitment to investing in our cloud skills so we can not only meet but exceed our customers' evolving needs. We need our product teams to be agile in order to keep up with the continuous evolution of the cloud. We need to be skilled on how to architect, deploy, and support a product portfolio that is both resilient and secure. We need to bring our products to market quickly, and they need to perform beyond expectations. We need to support our entire workforce in achieving these goals while working in a global, hybrid, distributed community of cloud practitioners. So the AWS training team brought content, systems, expertise, and the flexibility we needed, wrapped in a range of proven combinations to help us craft the best fit at Cisco. We needed to build a learning curriculum that our global talent pool could access conveniently and that could integrate into our product development workflow, really critical, to apply directly to our business needs. And we needed to do this across a very diverse pool of practitioners with a wide range of learning needs. Some of us have grown up at Cisco, some of us have joined mid-career, some of us have joined through acquisition. Our community brings together many different levels of experience across a wide range of countries, regions, and cultures that all need to be considered when developing an impactful global training program. So we began this journey first by producing our Discovery series. This was our internally produced program, which is where we started. And our initial objective was to bring awareness around new services available in public cloud. We quickly learned that this was going to be an excellent means of delivering foundational cloud skills to a wide audience in a group format. More in a group format. It helped us identify commonalities and opportunities as well to collaborate across all of our businesses. It was widely successful, and still today, it's a core program that we deliver regularly with a very strong attendance and very strong positive feedback. But what we also discovered is that we would need to go deeper in upskilling if we wanted our teams, our people, to achieve their learning goals and to continue to delight our customers long term. So AWS helped us to design a deeper, more customized training program focused on individual team requirements. Some cloud product teams shared a desire for more foundational training like cloud practitioner essentials, security essentials, containers, cost management. Others requested more advanced coursework, such as architecting on AWS and DevOps engineering. We introduced these instructor-led trainings to immerse Cisco employees in hands-on learning experiences with their peers. They loved it, but still there were challenges. We needed to accommodate multiple time zones, a wide range of learning styles, and individual learning needs for people with, imagine that, very limited availability. We wanted to make sure that all practitioners had the ability to learn at their own pace, on their own schedules, and could access training when it was most needed. The AWS Skill Builder team subscription was exactly the solution we needed to address these types of challenges. AWS Skill Builder provides our workforce with the resources that they need to really beef up their toolboxes and gather the skills required to deliver the features that our customers demand and deserve. So we got to be one of the very first beta testers, and we rolled out the Skill Builders team subscription to realize its value, one of the very first for an organization like ours. First of all, training at scale, really critical. While industry-led training was proven, and instructor-led training was proven to be quite effective for us, we realized it wasn't a realistic way to train everyone, thousands of cloud practitioners across Cisco globally. So now instead we've adapted and we focus the instructor-led sessions on more of the advanced and specialized training, and we deliver more of the foundational knowledge with Skill Builder. This brings scale to provide content to more learners with very minimal administrative support. Delivering programs like this really is straining on resources, and the tools that have been provided have really been able to focus in and be much more efficient. Second is the ability to provide just-in-time learning. A fast-paced industry like ours, like all of ours, demands the integration of learning and product delivery. You can't do one and then the other. Learning in the flow of that work makes the teams field ready faster. AWS Skill Builder delivers just-in-time, specific learning opportunities that augment and thread through our larger curriculum. Third is the flexibility to deliver learning in an agile, hybrid work environment. We've embraced the immersive benefits of virtual instructor-led training, reinforcing our commitment to hybrid work and hybrid learning. Because AWS Skill Builder is the glue that holds this all together, because ultimately, we all have questions, something we need to dive into more deeply, independently, self-paced, and right now. The range of options really creates a diverse learning experience that we thrive on at Cisco. And finally, the career development opportunities that come from exposing people to a wide variety of learning resources. We are deeply committed to supporting career development for our workforce, and we want everyone to acquire the skills for the long haul, not just today. To this end, we offer everyone at Cisco the opportunity to self-serve and to learn the way they want to learn, the way we want to learn. We believe in the evolution of everyone's career. We encourage role rotation, and it's become very popular at Cisco. Our workforce can apply new skills and gain new experiences by embracing that agile mindset. AWS Skill Builder offers exposure to domains they might not have worked in before and helps you to get moving much faster when trying out something brand new and exciting. People can also prepare for exams and gather certification through the same sort of system. We've set goals. Management has actually set goals for our teams to encourage them to invest in themselves as well. And we can continue to invest in our people's future. So to date, we have certified over 1,600 employees. And we've provided training opportunities for thousands of cloud practitioners across all of Cisco. About 7,000 in engineering alone, but much wider. That's created an excitement around a culture of learning and innovation. It's cultivated a much more resilient and fulfilled workforce, and it's contributed significantly to our agility as an organization. Our commitment to providing the tools and the time for training and certification is one way that we say to our talented workforce that we're investing in you, and that we want your credentials and achievements to follow you throughout your entire career. We find that when people feel engaged and invested in their work, they stay longer and produce a more innovative set of results. That reflects on Cisco as well for a lifetime. So we've achieved a more robust and mature cloud architectures as a result of investing in the right levels of training and delivered in the right modes. We're empowered to introduce new fields of focus, improve security, cost optimization, more modernization by adopting new services very quickly as a result of these tools. We're empowered to improve customer experience as our customer success teams use Skill Builder to better support cloud deployments in the field as well. Our position as one of the largest tech companies in the world could make it harder for us to develop agility. Instead, our culture of learning is driving our digital transformation. I'm going to hand this back to you now, Sabrina. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Rana. So our fourth strategy is build resilience. Companies need to build resilience into their systems and their workforce in order to withstand the economic and the geopolitical uncertainties of the future. This means not just upskilling your existing workforce, but having a pipeline of talent, future talent, that can infuse new ideas, diverse thinking into the way your company solves problems. One way that companies are doing this is by looking for cloud talent in new places. Enterprise Strategy Group actually spoke with a number of different organizations who use a full stack approach to hiring, including entry-level talent. and they saw a number of benefits to these companies. These companies indicated that entry-level hires were achieving time to value in half the time as expert-level hires. 92% of these organizations actually saw faster innovation and higher revenue in the cloud. And 90% of these companies indicated positive ROI from their hiring strategy. One way organizations are doing this is by tapping into talent that is graduating from our AWS education programs. These are programs like AWS Educate, AWS Academy, and AWS Restart, which provides training to hundreds and thousands of people who are entering and re-entering the workforce. These programs actually remove the barrier to cloud education, helping students develop cloud skills and also build successful careers in the cloud. We're also partnering with organizations of all sizes to connect them to skilled entry-level and early career talent who are graduating through these programs. Bank of Montreal is the 8th largest bank in North America, serving 12 million customers. They're no stranger to transforming with the times. But a company of this immense size migrating into the cloud was a major undertaking. They needed to find new ways to deliver data services to their customers and also understand how to develop the skills of their workforce. They soon realized that they would be unable to get access to all the cloud talent that they needed in order to support their migration. So they partnered with AWS Training and Certification and AWS Skilled in order to upskill their existing workforce. But they also needed to look for talent in new places and encourage people both from technical and non-technical backgrounds to pursue cloud careers within BMO. So they partnered with AWS Restart. AWS Restart is a cohort-based workforce training and development program that, no matter your professional or technical background, enables you to develop cloud skills and also build successful careers in the cloud by connecting you to prospective employers. But BMO took this one step further. They focused their efforts on the indigenous communities of Canada, offering them internships at the end of the cohort. This enabled them to combine their efforts with ID&E, inclusion, diversity, and equity, with their cloud training and development. In fact, by partnering with AWS Restart, this pilot resulted in a 66% conversion rate from internship to full-time roles, thus expanding BMO's access to the talent pool. By combining their efforts across 3 different programs, they were able to gain full-spectrum access to talent at every stage. This was a win-win-win. A win for BMO because they were able to increase their overall resilience, a win for their existing and new employees, and also a win for the indigenous communities of Canada. BMO has now moved from these projects and, in fact, incorporated a cloud learning strategy across their company, enabling them to be supported in their day-to-day cloud business operations. The time is now to embark on these strategies to future-proof your workforce and your organization, accelerating those cloud migrations. From attracting and hiring talent to upskilling and reskilling your employees, and also retaining your valued talent, AWS is here to help you and your organization have access and have support across the full life cycle of workforce development. In closing, I want to share an inspiring story of Luis, who's a graduate of AWS.
My name is Luis Correa, and I'm a technical consultant at DevOps team A Cloud. The team I work for is based in Berlin. and it helps our customers adopt and use AWS cloud solutions. I had a pretty long professional journey before I started my career in the cloud. So my academic background is in agricultural engineering. I worked in research and development groups for several universities. I then worked as a cook and afterwards as an online travel agent in a customer support center. I was at the crossroad between my age and all the things I felt I needed to do in life. At the time, I knew very little about cloud computing, although I had friends in the IT industry. I was hesitant, but then I realized that cloud was not only for people with a technical or developer background. I started my learning journey with AWS Restart Training program in Berlin from Digital Career Institute. The AWS Restart Training gave me a good overview of the AWS ecosystem. It allowed me to get into IT without having a background on programming languages, networking, database administration, all those skills that you learn in a computer science major, for example. And it also worked in a very high-level perspective of components, especially the architectural part of it, so that you connect components in order to achieve the goal that you or your client wants. I do have a passion for building synthesizers. The way you combine and choose different components for a given sound remind me a lot of cloud computing, where you put multiple components together. In cloud computing, you can be an expert in individual components, or you can learn what components work best to achieve a certain goal or a certain sound in music. I also realized that my previous personal and professional experiences would not be an obstacle, but rather would help me be competitive in the job market. The Certified Cloud Practitioner certification was the first feather in my cap, and it opened doors for me, and it was something that helped me put face to face with potential employees.
Technology, of course, makes innovation possible, but it is the personal drive and perseverance of people like Luis that make it possible. When you invest in the skills of your workforce, anything is possible. I want to thank you for attending our session. And Suran, Rana, and myself, we are open to taking some questions. Thank you so much.